So in the last classes we had discussion how we can configure an email and how we can configure emails manually. That is a one way from that one. Today we will discuss how we can configure the email notifications from the events. That means if you want to send an email within a particular event is triggered at the time, we can configure this email notification. So previously what happened, we just created whenever the email is inserted, so the record is inserted or updated or any field in changes, so that it was done without updating or something, without updating, or if the record is not updated but particular event is triggered. So if we want to send an email notification, so at that time what we have to do now, so I'm just going to create an event. So if you want to create an event, just go to the event system policy. In the system policy there is a registry called, in that we can create a new event. So I'm just opening this one, event registry. So event registry and event name, I'm just making incident dot commented. I'm just making dot commented. So I'm just making incident dot commented, and next what we have to do is we need to check what was the table it was. So we can do it. So you can write it, and fired by, if you want you can write any name. Right now we are not giving. So this event will be triggered when the incident has been this incident commented. When the comments added to when the comments added to the incident. So this is the one. Now I'm just going to save this one. Now what happened? We have written a registry on the incident, and this will be execute whenever if the incident has covered. Now how we can call or something to the incident of this one. Now I'm just opening here. So I'm just going to write an email notifications incident configure new. So incident comments added. I'm just writing incident comment. added. This is the one. Now, earlier what happened? We have checked it. Send when. So send when once the record is inside or already had in it, or else we have an event is filed. Whenever if you click on event is filed, it will show the list of events what it has. So from here, what is our event? We need to configure it. So our event is incident dot commented. So we just go here. So incident dot, oh my god. Okay, I think I'm just writing incident dot comments for the same thing. Might be what happened. We here is already have an event, so which is one. So I'm just writing one more for timing. I'm just saving, but later because if just so now what it has happened is, see, this is the one. So this is the actual one we have created, and if you want to, you can add any condition. We can add it. But right now I have not added a condition. Next one, who will receive? Who will receive? Earlier, what we have happened, we have given a users in the field, which is a dynamically or statically. So if you want to give dynamically, so in the user or group field, we can pick the what is the user group number, and we have to do it. And if you want to give the statically, you can just go to the users field. From that, from that, we can give the users or groups for the same thing here. This is the one. So right now I am not giving any one. So I'm just making event param is nothing but where the recipients we can do it. See, first event param contains a recipient, either a user sys id or a group id or a numeracy who should be receive this notification. And if you go to the event param 2, this also the have the same thing. Now what I am going to do, send to this one, and what it will contain. So what it contains in that means, what was the mail subject, and what could be the same for it. What was the mail subject, and what was the mail subject, and what was the mail subject, and what was the mail body. For this we can have the same thing for it. So now what we can do is, we can configure the mail subject and mail body as per the our understanding for the same thing here. Now what we can do is, so here the mail subject I'm just making incident, your incident comments. I'm just writing comments are added to the incident. So if you want to go to the number, incident number, we can use the dollar and dollar and the number. Guys, just give me again. Just give me a minute. Now, what we can do is incident comment added to the one. If you want to go dollar and braces number added to the year. So That means here whatever, so whatever we have doing, this is the one. Now the next step is the now the next step is email body is fine, and next step is email subject. What is the email subject is we have configured. Next one, email body. What is the email body? What is the email body? So body, I'm just writing here dear. So we, as we know, right, as with the same thing, dear, and from the caller ID field we can pick it. Comments were added to the incident. The incident. So what are the comments we want to see? You can see the additional comments. So I'm just writing. Please check and add the details. Please check and add the details appropriately. Please check the comments. Please check the comments. If the Please check the comments, and what we can say is thanks and regards. So please reach us or something. We can write something. So this is the right now what we have configured. We just configured email notification, and we just created the email body and email subject for this one. Now, so if you see preview of this one, let's see how it will configure. Now the next step is what, this is the basic thing. Now the next step is what we have to do is how, so we have not set up the what we can say, uh, we have not set up the email notification for the same thing. We have not set up the email notification, sorry, whom to send it. So here what happened, we have configured when to send and who will receive, what to it contains. Now if you want to write it, we just go to incident. Here we can write a business rule, configure, and go to the business rule, and I'm just going to click on a new. So here what we can do is, I'm just making incident comments added. I'm just writing the business name, incident comments were added. Let's see. So the table name is fine, advanced is fine, and here before and it was after and update, and so additional comments changes, and there's a concept. And next one, action. So what is the action we need to give it? So and that is the action where to go. Next one, advanced, in the advanced, what is the script we have to write it. So that means whatever whatever the things we have to write for the same thing here. So here what we can do is so here we can write it a one, we can write the currency change it action, and now what we can do is additional gs dot add event queue, gs dot sorry event sorry gs dot event queue is a method, is a part of glide system. So this insert an event in the queue so that the event method will be run. So now what we have to do is the event queue and what is our event name. So this is our event name. I'm just going to copy and paste here. And after that, what the syntax is, what was the user we need to whom we have to send the user. That means for which user. So here the syntax, for example, if you see gs dot sorry event see name string record glide param 1 and param 2. So I'm just going to here for example we want to send it to the current dot caller id. Current dot caller id is nothing but which will send the email id to the current one, current dot cller caller id, and after that you want to any other one. So I'm just writing current dot send to. So we have written this one, and let's see how this will execute, whether it will be executed or not, how we can see. Now what I am going to do is I'm just going to configure in the emails or update in the comments and see how it will execute. So here, okay. So we are just updating the comments. Let's see how it will execute. So when see whether the email is sent or not, let's see. Sorry, I think we have written wrong script. After that, we have to use current, that is a glide record. So we forgot it. I'm sorry. So now again, I'm just going to update this one. So event main notification. Just wait. I think it will take few seconds. Whether the email account is configured. See, this is the event where we have configured the same thing here. See, this is the one. But it was Bent Anglin, it was not add centered. Let's see what happened. See, for okay. So here, see what is the comments we have added. So it was added from here. Now, if you see here, preview of the email. So dear Abraham Lincoln, who is a caller, comments were added. So what are the we have come the comments? It was there. And if you see here, the mail body is come. Sorry, mail subject is come. And here in the script, what we have written is it has to send to current dot caller ID and current dot assign. But the mail has triggered to in the receipt. If you see only one user, why? Because Abraham Lincoln is the notification is enabled. If you see the user assigned to Beth Anglin, so what happened is for this Beth Anglin, this has been disabled. That means the notification has been disabled for the Beth Anglin. So which means Beth Anglin is one, which means whatever we have done the fun thing. So if the user notification is disabled, a email will not be triggered. That means whatever the notifications from the ServiceNow instance, those are all it will not trigger to the user. Although the user has the permission to configure the notification. This is the one. Now what we have to do is uh, the next step is here. So this is the one. Now what I am going to do is I'm just going to assign this to the different user who has the access. Let's see whether it is a trigger or not. Mm, Notification. So I'm just going to the forward loading and I'm just adding a test email notification for assign to. So let's see now how it will email will send. So this is not there. So why? Because let's open these comments. So this why? Because let's see. See, event contains param to recipients. We have given only the param one recipient. So if I give the param to recipient, I'm just going to save this and here let's see what happens. So we am just going to update the same configuration. So now see here, now it has been added to the one. Now it has been added to the forward lodi also. Or if you want to any user any statically from here, so here we can write next one. I'm just making gmail.com. So now let's see what it happens is. So test for a static email. Test for static email. So now what we have to do is let's see how it is executed. What happened? This comment is not yet added. I don't think we cannot give this static here. So that's the reason it was not trending anywhere. We saved it. So this win. So like this, we can configure the email notifications in a different way. So here, if you want to, we can configure it from the workflow also. We can configure. So I think we have already created one workflow. Let's see workflow workflow editor. So at that time, let's see how we can configure from there. So that is a headphones request. In that headphones request, what we have configured, we have configured the email notifications, right? So which is a manually has sent it. When I start manually sent it, whenever that has been done. If you want to configure a new thing, so for example, I'm just showing Win, right click, checkout. So now here, just go to the core. Here we have a option called notification. From this notification, we can call it create an event. So if you see this event is nothing but it's create an event center system event to the processor. So and also from that basically it is used to configure the email notification. So this is the one, and here if you go here event, and from that see we can write the event name and the parameter one, that is what is the event name. We can pick it like that, where we have configured the same thing, right? So we can pick the what is the event name. For example, if I see that incident comment, so if we can comment for like this one, and whatever we have configured, and here, and what was the value that we can there we, that means to whom sent to one, parameter two, like that we can write a something. So mostly when you use the workflow, mostly we just 50% we can use the events, and 50% we can use the normal notification trigger, that is when they triggered, that should be completely on the business requirement. So what was the at the time of requirement, mostly we can configure the same thing for it. So like this is the event notification for the service. Now this is the second way to configure the notification. So this is the basic thing about the notifications, how we can configure the same thing. So I hope we clear, right, till now what we discussed, or any confusion? Yes, Spandana, I think maybe you can check the video later, and next class you can ask me the doubts, okay? So this is the basic thing. And also if you want to check these events, here whatever the events is happen. So if you go to events, system logs and events, what are the events is triggered, that means configured, it will be the same thing. So for us incident dot commented, right? For example, so if I check the name, I'm just making star inci incident. See, the incident dot ascent is triggered, and what these are the all the comments is triggered, and all this was triggered. So this is the comments. If I open this one, for example, this is the one. This is the URL of the incident, and param one and param two. So for example, if you want to check this one, param one, yes, open this one. This Abraham Lincoln. I'm just opening the Abraham Lincoln profile and copying the sysid. So copying the sysid. That means let's see, whoever the param one we have given the assign to. So for that param 2, the param 2 also the sysid is same, whoever that one. And here we have the param 2 sysid. I think this is the sysid for the forward loading. Then we can check this one, like if you open this one. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to check this forward loading. Yes, if I open this one forward loading. So if I check his sysid, so see here it was showing a simply sysid. Or else if you go on copy here and paste it here, see, that means whoever the record has sent, it will be configured in the sysid if this is the one. So that means what was the event name, and when it was processed, what was the table, what is the instance for the backend, and stage is ready, process, error, insert, it will show. What was the user ID is nothing but who has done it, and user who is the user has done it. The user ID is nothing but sysid of the user, logged user. That means the admin was for this one in one. For this, then which incident has done? If I open this, I'm so sorry. Just reload. I'm sorry. This for this one we need to add our instance name. That's okay. So we don't need it. And now here what we can do is Here param 1 and param 2 you can read. So this is the basic thing. So or else if you want to you can see where is a incident assigned to group, for example. If it is incident is assigned to group, let's see whom it was sent. So param 1 is hardware, so it was sent to the hardware group here. So whatever the group that was here. So like that we can configure, these are all things for what we have required for the same thing. And also this event notification, simply it will configure a send an event to the one, from that the processor will be processed. So that means irrespective of the update of the table, whenever that business tool is triggered, so then it will automatically run. There is no need of record is inserted or updated or any other stuff. So, for example, if the incident is time is about to breach, at the time we can configure an event and we can trigger to the user. So that's one. The main thing was without adding any, if the record insertion or update has not done, also we can trigger an event. From that we can configure the same thing. So this is the topic for today. Any questions till now? What we had discussed? Very good. And note down the task for today. Configure a event whenever the incident is assigned to somebody. It has to go to the incident manager, sorry, incident assigned to user and assigned to manager. That is a one thing. And second scenario, whenever the incident is status is changed to on hold, it has to send a mail to caller id with the on hold reason. That's the second scenario. Third one, whenever the incident is resolved, it has to go to the caller and the caller's manager. Caller ID, caller in the sense, caller ID, caller ID managers. This is the three scenarios you should be achieved from the notification, events only. So, yeah, this is the task for today. So, any questions you have with the previous topics? I'm sorry. And Spandana, you have any questions? Very good. I think I have already shared the document for the yesterday and day for yesterday classes. Kindly please go through it. If you completely prepared, you can easily crack that interview. Any interview, you can easily crack it. Okay. So I'm just closing the class. So hopefully tomorrow you guys will join. Since this week. Okay. So tomorrow we have a class at 9 to 10. Okay. We'll take it. Thank you. Bye.